Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'll do a summary in chapter 9. So transport layer. Let's proceed. So we have here the section and objectives and transport layer protocol. So role of transport layer, responsible for establishing a temporary communication session between two applications and delivering data between them. So link between the application layer and the lower layers that are responsible for network transmission. As you can see, we have here enabling application and device to communicate. So we have application, transport, internet, and network access. So the transport layer moves data between application and devices in the network. So we have tracking the conversation, tracks each individual conversation flowing between a source and destination application. So segmentation divides the data into segments that are easier to manage the transport. So the data will be divided into segments for the easy manage and transport. So identifying the application ensure that even with multiple applications running on a device, all applications will receive the correct data via port number. So identifying the application, it can ensure all multiple application on the device will receive the correct data in via ports. So segmenting the data into smaller chunks enable many different communications to be multiplexed on the same network. So TCP/IP provides two transport layer protocols. So transmission control protocol considered reliable, reliable, which ensure that all the data arrives at the destination. So here, as you can see, we have application, transport, internet, and then network access. So TCP transport is similar to sending track packages. If shipping order is broken up into several packages, a customer can check online to see the order of delivery. So we have three responsibilities for TCP. Numbering and track device data segment, acknowledging received data, transmitting any unacknowledged data after a certain period. For the UDP, best effort delivery, unreliable, no acknowledgement, and then similar to non-registered letter. So TCP databases, web browser, and email clients require that all data that is sent arrives at the destination in its original condition. So here's the figure of TCP. Required protocol properties: reliable, acknowledge, yes, data, recent, lost data, deliver data in sequenced order. So UDP, if one or two segments of a live video stream fail to arrive, if disruption in the stream may not be noticeable to the user. So required protocol properties: fast, low, overhead, does not require acknowledgements, does not resend lost data, delivers data as it arrives. So establishing a session connection-oriented protocol ensure that application is ready. Negotiate the amount of traffic. We have here reliable delivery, SIM order, and flow control. So we have TCP header. So as you can see, we have here 20 bytes total bits, and we have here header length, control bits, window size, and checksum. So UDP features. So UDP header, UDP is stateless protocol, no tracking, reliability handled by application. So we have multiple separate communication. Users expect to simultaneously receive and send email, view website, and make a VoIP phone call. So TCP and UDP manage multiple conversion by using unique identifiers called port numbers. So we have port 110 and 80 and 531. So different application, electronic mail, HTML page, internet chat. So we have port numbers, source port, originating application port that is dynamically generated by sending device. So destination port, tell the destination what service is being requested. So example, port 80 web services are being requested. So we have socket pairs, source and destination port placed in segment. Sockets enable multiple processes to be distinguished. So here port number group, and then well known, here's the port number groups. So we have the netstat command, network utility that can be used to verify connection. So as you can see, it has active connection. So local address, foreign address, state. So TCP, and UDP. So TCP server processes client sending TCP request. And then here, TCP connection established. Step 1, initiating client's request a server session with server. And then step 2, server acknowledge the request a session with client. And 3, client acknowledge communication session with server. So here, so three-way handshake analysis. So establishes that the destination device is present on the network, but verifies that destination device has an active service and is accepting requests on destination port number. So the 6 bits in the control bits field of the TCP segment header are also known as flags. Here we have a video demonstration. We will not play that. So we have flow control congestion avoidance. So congestion causes retransmission of lost TCP segments. Retransmission of segments can make the congestion worse. To avoid the control congestion, TCP employs several congestion handling mechanism, timer, and algorithms. So low overhead versus reliability. So UDP not connection oriented, and then no retransmission, sequencing, and flow control function not provided by the transport layer implemented elsewhere. So we have UDP datagram reassemble. UDP reassemble data in order to receive and forward to application. So application must identify the proper sequence. So as you can see, we have connection less and unreliable. So data is divided into datagrams. So having taken different routes to the destination, datagrams arrive out of order. So we have here the UDP client processes. So we have lab. Here application that use TCP. So as you can see, we have TCP, the HTTP, FTP, SMTP, and Telnet. So TCP frees application from having to manage reliability. So we have here the UDP, the CB, the NSS, and TFT, VoIP, and IPTV. Three types suited for UDP. So live video and multimedia, simple request and reply, handle reliability and themselves. So lab again. So here's the chapter summary of 9. So explain how transport layer protocol and services transport communication across data network. So compare the operation of transport layer protocol in supporting end-to-end communication. So this is my end of my video, and I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching. Bye.